So today we're comparing one of Samsung's most popular budget or more affordable tablets, the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite, and Xiaomi's new Redmi Pad. Which is the better option? Well, in today's video, we're going to compare as much as possible to find out. Comparing the price between these two, it's probably going to depend on where you live at, but in the United States, the Galaxy Tab is normally around $350, but it's always on sale. As of this video, it's only $230 for the 64GB version, where the Redmi Pad version I have has 128GB of storage, so somewhat similar in pricing, and then you've got 64 or 128GB of storage for both tablets. As far as the screen goes, you get the same 1200 by 2000 resolution on each tablet, but a slightly larger 10.61 inch on the Redmi Pad versus a 10.4 inch display on the Galaxy Tab. The screen brightness is going to be pretty similar between these two. You've got a slight advantage on the Galaxy Tab where you can watch 2160p resolution on YouTube. Only goes up to 1440p on the Redmi Pad, but you can watch full HD playback resolution on apps like Netflix for both tablets. As far as batteries go, you get a 7040 mAh battery in the Tab S6 Lite, 8000 mAh battery in the Redmi Pad, and then you get above average battery life on both tablets. The Galaxy Tab lasted 7.5 hours, while the Redmi Pad lasted almost 9 hours in my battery drain test, and that's at 100% screen brightness. So if you want the tablet with better battery life, I'd go with the Redmi Pad, but both should last you through a normal workday, even longer if you turn the screen brightness down. Now when it comes to the software, even though both are on Android 12, they're going to be slightly different. You'll notice on the Redmi Pad, it definitely takes some inspiration from what you would see on an iPad. It's got the dock down at the bottom and what looks like the control center when you swipe down on the right hand side. It was definitely a little weird seeing that on Android, but now that I've used it for a little bit, it actually does look nice on here, and I sort of like what they're doing in some areas. I also like the new taskbar that you've got on the Galaxy Tab, but only in landscape mode because it feels a little cramped while in portrait or vertical mode. Good thing is you can turn it off if you want to in the settings. So you'll be able to do just about the same stuff on both tablets, but in a little different way. I don't think you can go wrong with either one, and may just come down to personal preference. One advantage you do have on the Tab S6 Lite is you've got the S Pen included, which is really nice to have to take notes, just move around the software, or if you're into drawing or illustration. The Tab S6 Lite also has a headphone jack that might make you lean towards the Tab S6 Lite over the Redmi Pad. Now, as far as performance goes, the two versions I'm testing both have 4GB of RAM. The Galaxy Tab has a Snapdragon 720G processor. The Redmi Pad has a MediaTek Helio G99 processor. And as you can see by the Geekbench scores, it's going to be pretty similar performance on these two, just a tad better on the Redmi Pad. But you're not going to notice much of a difference between the two just moving around the software. Same thing when it comes to gaming. Neither of these are really considered gaming tablets. But when testing out PUBG Mobile, Asphalt 9, and Apex Legends Mobile, they both do a decent job and you get HD graphics, high frame rates for both tablets. And then while both of these aren't gonna look as good or perform as good when gaming compared to more expensive tablets, I think most people are gonna enjoy gaming on either, and it's sort of a toss up on which one is better. Nice thing is you've got speakers on each side for both tablets, 2 speakers on the Tab S6 Lite, a quad speaker setup on the Redmi Pad. Both actually sound really good for affordable tablets. Sort of tough to pick between the two, but if I had to choose which one sounds better, kind of strange, but I might give the edge to the Galaxy Tab. But again, this one's probably too close to call. Let me give you a quick sample of each just to see what you think. Now the cameras on these two tablets are what I would consider average for tablets. You get an 8 megapixel rear facing on the Tab S6 Lite, 5 megapixel front facing. You get an 8 megapixel front facing and rear facing on the Redmi Pad, so not super high resolution on either. One other difference is you get the front facing camera on the long edge for the Redmi Pad, and then it's on the short end for the Tab S6 Lite. Here's a quick sample of photos and video just to give you an idea of what to expect from each. So overall, I feel like the Redmi Pad competes fairly well in some areas when comparing to the Tab S6 Lite. But the advantage for the Galaxy Tab, you got the S Pen and the headphone jack, so it may just come down to what's more important to you. I know I've got some more comparisons to do with the Redmi Pad, so you'll want to look out for those upcoming videos.
So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.